Hey, how's it going out there? This is Two Birds, One Show. I'm DeeTer. That's my buddy RicT.
Yep.
We talk about sports, Philly sports and craft beer. We're on the BGSE network every Thursday, 10 p.m. So running a little late today. Well, we had a couple of games going on with the Phillies and the Eagles. It's nice to get some Philly sports going on.
Nice to get some Philly wins.
That too. Too. Oh, here you go. Hey, there's Greg. Go Birds. Very nice, Greg.
Bird. Jamming out to the Stones.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, I
Stones
think
or the Beatles. If you had to choose one, Stones or the Beatles. If you had to choose one, I ask everybody I know.
Stones.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you, dude.
I like the Beatles a little bit.
I do too, but you know,
the Stones is way more rock. You know what I mean?
I find in life there's two kinds of people. Either the Stones or now. Not saying you don't like both. Everybody likes both, right. But I'm saying it's almost whatever. But the Stones or the Beatles, I'm on the side of the Stones. I still don't get me wrong. I like the Beatles and all, but
Led Zeppelin or the Doors.
Zeppelin every time, twice on Sunday.
I do love the Doors, though.
I like the Doors too, but man, Zeppelin, they're on my Mount Rushmore rock bands of all time. I mean, they're top four easily.
So Bonnie, good day watching Philly sports. Hell yeah,
Bonnie. Baby. What's up, Bon and Sue? Well, Sue might be sleeping. I don't know.
Stones, but I love the Beatles, Greg. Nice, Greg.
I feel that. I was gonna say maybe Sue ain't sleeping. I didn't see them today. They didn't come and hang out, so maybe she made it up to the podcast. So shout out if you're up, yo.
So like I said, we talk about craft beer sports. We jump into a craft beer, talk about that, and then we'll jump into some sports. Hit on another craft beer. Hit on some more sports. I'll go first. I'm gonna dive into DDH. Where's my shades at? By
nice. Ludlum again, nice.
Yeah. Well, when I went there, I bought a few of the beers. We all, and I was so happy with that spot. I wanted to write up a paragraph on the webpage. I think I still will, get some pictures together and such. But
that's a good
idea, dude. Everybody I talked to about going there, and they said, yeah, man, it's a great spot. So beautiful color.
You got the slack tie glass?
I do not. I have a Minnesota glass, actually.
Okay.
Bent Brewery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got family out in Minnesota. Shout out to my cousin John. Nice. Cool cat, dude.
Dude, very happy beer. And it's
nice. What's the ABV like on that?
I want to say, I think it's 8%. Either 8 or 8.5.
Nice. Yeah. That's no joke.
Getting kind of like a lemon notes out of it. I don't know if it's like a lemon hop or something like that. But
I think it's like lemon drop hop, maybe.
Yeah, it's like a nice, refreshing summer beer, man. And I got it at a nice cold temperature. And I'm going to tell you what, it's not going to last long. No.
I feel you, dude. Neither is my beer. I didn't even have any. I didn't pregame beers tonight while I was watching the Eagles and Phillies, and not that anybody knows or anybody cares. I don't drink during Eagles games, even preseason. When I watch Eagles games and even Phillies too, I want to remember every second of it. So yeah, nice. So I watch that. So I didn't have usually I have a pregame beer before we do the podcast, but I got too caught up in the game. We'll wait till we get into sports. That was a fun game, even though it's preseason.
I myself had a few Modelo Blacks. I had a bit of a weird day, man. I was starting to grill, and my mom, she went to work, and she must have hit something.
Oh, shit.
She got to her work. Yeah, she's fine. She got to her work, and there was antifreeze all underneath the car, and she's calling me up panicking.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it was just too much.
God bless you, Miss D. I hope everything's all right.
Everything's okay. Yeah, she's home safe, and
God bless.
I'm just happy to get that ordeal over with.
Yeah.
And after I was like, time to drink a beer, man.
I feel you, dude.
This is too much for me, man. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she's okay, man. Shout out to Miss D. Awesome people.
So what are you drinking tonight?
So tonight I'm going with a brewery that you tend to drink time to time on here. I don't get them a lot, once in a great while, but this is Conclave.
Nice, dude.
And this is Nine Times it's called. It's their 9th anniversary beer.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it smells fantastic. I mean, you look at the color of that. It's just...
it's perfect right there,
it's
man.
pretty.
I
nice
like
nose, not super pungent, but nice nose.
Gravitational pull, gravitational waves. What's some spiritual something?
Spiritual awakening.
Some weird stuff, man. They got some pretty cool names.
Yeah.
But dude, great beers, man. And their stout, their Mexican stout's really good too. It's called Mexican. I don't want to say Mexican cake, not Mexican cake, but it's along those lines. It's along those lines, man. And when I went there, me and my buddy Al, they showed us like all the peppers that they use. These red Thai red peppers, man. Dude, it's
like a Fresno chili, kind of.
Yeah, dude. Like the
huge fan of that pepper, by the way.
Yeah, dude. It was
almost like a red jalapeno, similar.
Yeah, but they're real small. They're like real skinny. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. And speaking of Mexican style stouts, I want to give a shout out to a place where I'm a huge fan. They put out a great Mexican stout, and that's Ship Bottom. It's called the Mexicans. It's phenomenal. Shout out to Glenn Mack now, who does What's Brewing in PA. Big fan of their stuff. Beer guy. I know that's his go-to too. I think I saw him when I went to the filming of What's Brewing a couple years ago, and I think he was drinking the Mexican while I was there. So shout out both, Ship Bottom and Glenn Mack now. But this is fantastic. Well done, Conclave. I don't drink a ton of your stuff, but you'll be happy to know I got the hookup today or yesterday to possibly start bringing Conclave into my bar. Yes.
Thank you. Yes,
I am excited.
There he is. That's Ricky. That's my buddy. Oh my God, so cool, man. Yeah, I was drinking it at what's it, Red Hen. Andrew.
Shout out to Andrew, dude. He runs a great beer program over at Red Hen down in Swedesboro, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember the conclaves I had, man, but they were so good, and all their IPAs are really good.
Nice.
It used to be such a small brewery, and now it's starting to get bigger and bigger. And like any good brewery, it's going to explode. And that's why I was going to write an article about how Slack Tide is got bigger. Yeah. And Ludlum, and when I was at Cape May, man, it was packed. You couldn't even
always.
So it's really neat to see these breweries in Jersey that've been around for a while that are really getting their comeuppings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Who was the brewery near Conclave that used to do the really good sours, and I think they moved to Philly?
Referum. Yeah, we talked about them a few times. Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah,
I always forget their name. I always want to say Fermentary Form. I don't know why, but every time I think of Referum,
they're such a unique brewery. They try to mimic the Belgium style, which is like the
wild air.
Yeah, and man, their stuff is so good. If you get a bottle of their stuff, you're in business, man. That's a good sour. And I'm not really big on sours, but I do like the old styles, like Three Fontaine is pretty good. And then the one
that's one of the world class ones, man. That's an expensive beer.
Yeah. I can't remember the one in Belgium that starts with a C. That's really good too. God, it's on the tip
I know. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about they have a big day celebrating it over at Monk's.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The name's escaping me too.
Yeah, I haven't drank it in a while, but the last time I had
it. Is it Cantillon?
Cantillon. There you go, bud. This guy. But yeah, I haven't had it since I was at Monk's, man. And dude, that place is so damn good, dude. I haven't been there in a long time.
It's a legendary bar. I mean, straight legendary. Yeah, I think the last time I went there, I could be wrong. I might have gone with my wife and father-in-law, but I think the last time I went to Monks was with you and the crew. Didn't we all go up there? Weren't we drinking like Pliny and Blind Pig up there and getting the frites and the mussels and shit? Wasn't even Al with us, maybe, I think? Or I forget who I was with. You might have been with me.
I think we tried to get to the bar, but I think it was like too packed.
Yeah, and then so, we all had like back. Yeah,
we all had like we all had like a Pliny or whatever, and it was like in and out. You know, like we didn't stay too long, but it was a good time, man. But their food, like they always do, like all these like duck cuisines and such. Like
nobody that Belgian style fare up there, which that's mussels, a place I'd love to visit in my life sometime.
Yeah,
love to get to Belgium.
It's got to be so many good beers, man.
And waffles. So,
let's dive into some sports, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a lot of sports tonight, but some great sports. Real quick, I want to send a shout out because because I had both games going. We got to see something amazing, something very rare you never see, akin to like a no-hitter or a perfect game. But you saw Weston Wilson of the Phillies hit for the cycle tonight, which was amazing. And on top of it, they won the game, which was awesome. And so that's 2 in a row. Hey, we win one more. They call that a win streak, and we're back.
What was the final score of that game, man?
It was 11-3.
11-3. Because I was flipping back and forth, and then I was starting to talk to different people about getting guests on and such. But I can't wait for the football season because I have such a good. Yeah, I have a lot of good friends that can't wait to get on, and I was talking to a few people tonight, and I hope next week we get my buddy that works the cameras for NBC, Dave, because he was in the Paris Olympics, and I seen all these pictures on Facebook. So cool, man, and I would really like to hear. I would really like to hear his experience there. You know what I mean? And
me too. Every time, Dave, we hope you come on, dude.
Yeah, every time he's on the show, it's like such a great show too.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Good peeps. I told you, I went with my wife and kids to the Phillies game back in June, the Father's Day game, and I'm telling you, DeeTer, I ran into him, but it was one of them things. We were both walking by, and and it was kind of like I remember you from the show, and you remember me, but it was I didn't say nothing. I didn't but like, dude, I know that's fucking Dave Dittinger, dude.
Yeah, Dave's one of the best, man. He's awesome.
Cool cat, man.
And then I was talking to Lee Carmichael, lining him up because he was trying to get on before the preseason because I know he goes to all the games and it's so hard during the football season. But he said he's going to try to come on like the first week of the football season. So that'd be really good, man.
And you know it's getting closer to happening. I'm telling you, it's going to happen soon. Is Mikey Rozier, one of my best buds?
Yeah,
he's going to get on the show. It's getting closer, dude. He was in the other day, and they had our podcast on playing at the bar.
Oh no way, dude!
Yeah, and the part where we gave the shout out to him on there, and you could tell he was really appreciative. He's like, I love you, man. He's like, you're good people, Rick. I'm like, you too, Mike.
Well, I told Lee, I was like, we're trying to clean up our. I was like, we're trying to clean up our act, you know what I mean? Trying to be like more professional. Well, so hopefully we can get his dad on, dude. Get Harold on would be awesome, man.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't curse with Harold on.
Right.
You know, but you know, when it's just us and just the fellas chilling, man, we're from the heart. We're real. There's no censors. This ain't no fake ESPN shit where producer here, don't say that. I'm gonna say the real shit, and you'll see the real Philly passion. This is how it is.
Oh man, but I've been talking to a few other friends too, man. It's going to be a good season. I can't wait for this football season.
I can't either. It is going to be a magical, amazing season, especially for our Eagles. And I'm saying it's the real show. We keep it real in here. I always tell people, if you are scared, get a dog. This is the real show. Real passionate Philly fans right here.
Nice. Oh my God, this is going down way too easy, dude.
I hear. I think this is 8.5% too. It's too damn fucking dark in my garage I can't really see with the writing on this, but I think
it's definitely 8.5. But so the Olympics though, man, USA, dude, killed it, dude.
I love the Olympics.
And it's like, I don't know. Like
China for golds, and we had the most overall. I think we had like almost 40 more total medals, and I think we tied China for most gold. USA
we were
is
40.
representing.
I think we were one above China for all gold medals.
Were we? I thought we were tied. Yeah. Okay, one above, and I think we have what, like 30 more total medals than them.
Yeah. Our total was insane, but we had like 600 people there, man. We had like the most amount of people.
We're one of the big boys on the block, you know. US, China, Russia, you know, you throw in maybe some Australian, England, and whatnot, some of the other, you know, Germany's.
And I don't know if it's that like cockiness or whatever. I mean, you think like USA, like we should win a good amount. You know what I mean? Like,
but I think we own that cockiness / confidence in this country. And I don't think it's something we're ashamed of. You know, I know we all hear, oh, fat Americans, you know, they're cocky. Yeah, we are, but we own it and we live it. We don't fake it. It's like our show. We ain't faking it. This is how it is. People probably watch it. Well, that dude's fucking obnoxious. Yes, I am. You should hear me 3 beers from now. I'm just getting fucking warmed up. And America's the same way. America's like, fuck you. You call us fat, you call us cocky and arrogant, but you know what? We are, but we show up. When it's time to fight, we show up. We don't back down from anybody. When
I traveled around in the Navy and I would talk to like the local like countries, people like they would always say, man, America is so loud and so like, you know, present, you know. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we're pretty big guys. I mean,
not only that, we were a country built on being scrappy. Like we, you know, I always say every 4th of July, you know, this is a day as us as Americans put up a collective middle finger and said, "Fuck you, Britain. We're doing our own thing." Seriously, and we've been scrap dogs from the beginning. And you know, it's the culture of this country. Almost, Philadelphia was the original capital of the USA in the beginning, and that's the culture here. You can tell it's just a scrappy area.
Yeah, very proud of our history here, man.
Yeah, as we should be. Well, I grew up some of our history, just like most countries. We ain't proud of some shit.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, I grew up, you know, going to Independence Hall and you know, all that stuff, dude. Like
Franklin Institute.
Franklin Institute, Benjamin Franklin. All, you know, just being proud, like, of separating us from Great Britain. You know what I mean? And but get back to the Olympics. How did you feel about the USA basketball, man? That was a good game against
it. It was a great game. It was a great tournament. And, you know, the games were good. And I always listen. I know I always talk about the 92 Dream Team. They blew everybody out. And I love that, too. But I also like when the games are good, too. I like, you know, France gave us a game. That's a good French team, and there's a lot of good talent in the basketball. One thing I meant to say before I forget, and I think I wrote a piece on Facebook real quick. I really wish the NBA would take on the way international basketball calls their games. They let them play. It's no ticky-tacky fouls every 26 seconds. You know, the NBA is like putting speed bumps on a highway. You never can get going. In the international play, they let them play. A foul has to be earned. There wasn't a foul every 10 seconds because somebody touched somebody. You know, and let them play. The flow of the game's better.
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're truly right, man. We didn't see so many fouls as you used to.
It's hard to watch an NBA game. It's 18 million whistles.
But it was really neat to see these other countries, these teams doing really well, man. Serbia, France. I mean, God, dude, they got some players, dude.
And Germany too.
Yeah. It's. Well, you know, a lot of these countries, they play like more games than the USA team does. You know what I mean? So they have that more of a gel. You know what I mean? Knowing a little bit more of whose role is what. You know?
Yeah, true that. And you can tell they're very close teammates. Probably most of these guys aren't like the NBA where there's guys making $60 million a season. These are like real dudes. Right. You know, they're hanging out for beers after the game, having dinner together, and you know what I mean? Not, you know, with the families, not, you know, not making $800 million contracts. So they're probably a lot closer in that sense of, you know, being poor brings you together, kid. You know that? Me too. We grew up, you know, hey, we all grew up together.
But it was pretty neat to see like a lot of like the swimmers and such, like the France swimmer, he actually went to school.
Nuts. See how fucking he was like 3 lengths above everybody else.
Yeah. But he went to school, the same school that Michael Phelps went to, Arizona State. So the coach that coached Michael Phelps coached him. So he was.
Didn't Phelps coach him a little bit too?
No, he came out and gave him the medal and everything, and he was like so shocked that Michael Phelps like left the announcement and like gave him the gold or whatever because that was his hero.
Respect.
That is respect. But a lot of these people, you know what I mean? They practice in the U.S. and it's the same thing like with the winter sports and stuff like that. I mean, we have the facilities, I guess you would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, and I see that. I mean, and I think that's cool. They come over here to train. That also I think is a compliment to us, our country. The way we put it together. Right. And then on the side note, then you have countries like France. Hey, listen, guys, you're over there booing Joel Embiid, and by the way, in front of his wife and kids, and because he wanted to play from France. Hey, France, Joel's not from France. He's Cameroon. Yeah, I know you. It's all right. Yeah, but he ain't French. Leave the kid alone. Have some class, man. Seriously, have some fucking class. You're hosting the Olympics, and you boo that kid. And listen, say what you want. People get on beef or whatever. The guy's got a spotless record. He's a good guy. He's a family guy. You don't hear him getting arrested. He's not beating women up. Right. He's not using drugs. This guy takes the biggest bashing. I don't get it.
I thought it was kind of funny when he said, like, I never even stepped foot in France. Yeah, before
you know what I mean? It's just like, come on, France, have some fucking class.
Yeah, he said his kid was born in America, so he wanted to be an American Olympian, and that's so. And the fact is,
Embiid is now a U.S. citizen, by the way, so he is from this. Listen, look around. There's guys from the U.S. born and raised in the USA that play on other countries in the Olympics. They look it up. There, it's a decent amount. So, come on, France. So. But that's all right. Embiid got the last laugh. He got the gold medal, and he played well in the Olympics. And I'll give him that. He did. He played well. He had one game, the game against Serbia, and by the way, he dominates Jokic every time they play. And Jokic is the best player in the game right now, 3 out of 4 MVPs. And Joel dominates him every time they play, and he did again, So.
Well, I heard that USA Soccer, they picked up a new coach, and it was the coach from Chelsea, and I think he was at Tottenham. So hopefully, man, they do better because the USA Soccer, man, they've been bombing. So hopefully it's with the World Cup coming on, man, hopefully it's something that picks them up a little bit.
Word up. Did you see they already took out breakdance, and they said, that's it, one and done. We're not bringing it back. I don't know what's going on there, man. I'm like, turn on Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. You want to see how to breakdance, put that shit on.
Some of them were pretty athletic, man. Yeah. But some of like the Australian.
Some of the shit I watched, I'm like, what are you doing here? Is he really breakdancing? You just making shit up. That's how I looked sometimes when I was hammered back when I was fucking 19.
In the same sense, you have the rhythm gymnastic with ribbons and such. Yeah. How do you judge all that too? You know what I mean? There's a lot of weird sports out there, man.
Yeah, true that. Good point.
I thought I was looking forward to the breakdance, and now I always thought that was cool, man.
I was disappointed though. I do understand why they're not bringing it back, but I'd be all right if they did bring it back. But
I heard they were bringing back boxing, which is crazy.
Dude, you beat me to it. I was just going to bring that up. How the fuck are you not bringing boxing? Right. And didn't they take out Greco-Roman wrestling from the Summer Olympics? Isn't that the one that started the Olympics? That event?
There was wrestling. I watched a little bit, but I don't know if it was Greco or freestyle or whatever it was.
Probably freestyle. Bro, but isn't Greco-Roman like the original Olympic sport?
Right, man. And it's more jiu-jitsu. There was more taekwondo, which I kind of the taekwondo is pretty good, man.
I love watching the martial arts, dude. All of them.
I mean, at least you could judge points on the hits and everything like that, so I can kind of get that. And dude, the taekwondo was so neat, man, because they would give out like a fake punch and then come across. Oh man, that was pretty good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready for a second beer too.
Yeah, me too.
Here, let's see what we got here. Yeah, there we go.
What's in your fridge?
All right,
What's
so
in your fridge? Little tree house, maybe some other house.
Holy cow, dude!
What's in your fridge?
How do you do it? How does this guy do it?
I am truly blessed, sir.
I see.
Also, did you know
Bristol Brothers, right?
What is it?
Bissell Brothers.
Bissell
Like
Brothers. Here's that
gold
feeling
can.
good all the time and nothing gold.
Damn, dude.
And this,
Damn.
my friend that just came back from Maine that got me to Bissell Brothers. Shout out Amy, one of the coolest people you'll ever know. She brought me back all those Bissell Brothers, and this. It's a new. It's almost along the lines of like a Delta 9.
All right.
It's called Countdown. Yeah. 25 milligrams THC. You know, so it's good that we're moving in the new era of this world where, you know, that's all along the same lines as, you know, beer drinking stuff. So shout out to Amy. Thank you. Much appreciated the hookup. So I don't know, DeeTer, what do you think? I got, you call it out. Your dealer call. I got Monkish. I got Freak Folk.
Damn, Monkish.
I got Bissell Brothers. I got Fidens, and I got, what do you call them?
I want to see what the Bissell Brothers is. Because, like, I've had good Bissell Brothers and I've had not so good. So it's like kind of.
Yeah, I'm going to do this one. This is Here's to Feeling Good All the Time from Bissell Brothers. So good call. Thank you for picking it out. Yeah, well, you know, and I'll be honest, DeeTer, I've had that with many breweries where I have fire a lot of times. It's amazing beers. But every once in a while, you run, whether it got oxidized or maybe you got an old I don't know.
It's also coming down from Maine to where we're at. So it's always like a few days or here or whatever. You never know temperature-wise and whatnot.
Well, this one looks like it's canned on July 31st, which ain't bad. That was 2 weeks ago. So that's right about the sweet spot. That's the wheelhouse. And what are you going with your second?
Oh, boy. All right. So I got an Uncle Steve beer, Al's Uncle Steve.
Nice.
Give me a other half. He's with the other half crew, man.
Nice.
He's very
shout out to Steve and Al.
Yeah. So this is hand truck heroes.
Oh yeah, hand truck heroes. I've read much about that over the last couple of weeks.
Nice and cold. So let's see how it goes.
What's the ABV on that?
Oh God, dude. Let me pour a little bit.
That's all right. First. This one looks like it's about 7.8 ABV.
All right.
Nice nose, kind of hop candy nose, slightly sweet. It's nice. Little dank on the nose. It's good. Mixes with that sweetness real well.
This is an 8.2. So you're 8.2 or 9.2? I'm going to go with 8.2.
You better hope it's 8.2.
I'm going to go with the lower number to make myself look more respectable.
Oh, shit.
Oh, but beware this hat tonight because, backwards hat, Fred Durst. He's on his, concert tour, and he's got Corey Feldman opening it up for him, which is hilarious, dude. I don't know if you've seen any of his music. I
know who Limp Bizkit is. I grew up in the 90s. Of course,
not Limp Bizkit. No, yeah, of course, Limp Bizkit. That's all right, man. But the shit that Corey Feldman has been doing, oh my God,
I haven't seen that. No, I must admit.
Oh, you gotta look it up. It is a treat.
What is it? Is it a music tour or a comedy tour?
It's a music tour, but he's got like Corey Feldman's band open it up for him.
Oh, Corey Feldman's in a band.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Please,
no good.
Please look it up.
I'm
not going to say it's not that good because it's so bad that it is good.
Caught my attention. I'll look it up.
Yeah, please do.
All right. That can be something to do after the podcast. I'll be all over there fucking.
Oh my God, you'll die, dude. It is hilarious, man.
Real quick rundown on this beer, which I haven't had in a long time. And by the way, I think I've only had it once before. Here's to Feeling Good All the Time. Man, it's really nice. You see the color, really nice color.
Nice, babe.
And I don't. It's like a really sweet hop. I don't know if it's Strata, maybe giving off some of that strawberry. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of sweetness, but it's good because it's mixing good with a slight dank. So the flavors kind of play off each other. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, what's the hop? Do you know the hop name or?
I don't. I can't see out here. The lighting's not good enough, and it's not on the can anyway. I don't think. But from the taste of it, I think I'm getting some Strata. Like I said, I'm getting some sweetness. Maybe a little strawberry. I'm getting a little like the flesh of a peach.
Nice.
It's good. Maybe a little Idaho 7 in there. I don't know.
Ah, there you go. A little bubblegum sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice beer.
I was seeing a beer earlier today, and they had anchovy hops or something like that.
Yeah, that's from Wandering in the Fog. It's a new hop. Yeah, right. I can't wait to try it. I was reading about it earlier today, too. I can't wait to try it.
They said it doesn't taste like anchovies. That's just like the name of it, right?
I know. Just,
So, other half, this is probably from the Philadelphia Brewery. Other half's got, up in New York and such like that. But the Philadelphia one is local. I know guy Steve, man, he's always up there. Awesome looking beer. Great head, man.
Yeah, it really is. It's like a pillow.
God damn, dude. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, pretty good.
What are you getting on it?
A little sweet, a little bit of sourness to it. Definitely Citra. You know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Man, that's a tough one. Maybe Cascade or something. Like it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. Man, God, it's very good though. I know that.
Nice. Shout out to the other half, man. They've been kicking ass in the IPA game for a minute now.
Yeah, a long time. All right, so we got over the Olympics. We got over some soccer. Union soccer's been doing pretty good. They won another game. Yeah,
yep.
I think
I heard that. Didn't they just win in the round of 32 and they're in the round of 16 now?
They're right underneath the playoff standings. I think they only need to get like maybe one or two more.
Aren't they in some kind of like tournament right now? Because didn't they just win in the round of 32 the other day?
I could tell you, man. I
think so. Only because I heard them talking about something like that on the radio. I don't follow soccer too close, but I heard something. I was like, oh, Union, cool. It seemed like since they brought that young buck in, they kind of gave him a shot of life.
Yeah, I would say so, man. I would say kick them up a notch, man, because right now they're 10th, and if they get up to 8th or 9th, that's kind of like close to being in the playoffs. So
the fucking Teddy Lasso effect, I call it.
Dude, they were shot down to the bottom. They were like number 15. So for them to come up to 10 after putting this kid in, which was like, 15 years old?
Yeah.
God, 14, 15, whatever he was. But everybody's like been saying, I even met a guy at Cape May. He was wearing a Union shirt, and we were talking about this kid. And like his contract out to MC Man City, which is one of the best Premier Leagues. But he's going to be sitting in Union, I think, until he's like 17 or 18. I think they have him contract out for like at least 3 years before he moves over. So at least
Man City win like 3 of the last 4 championships over there.
Yeah, they've been killing it. It's actually the like blue and gold team. I don't know who owns them, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a big soccer head. But I try to learn a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to learn about different sports, and soccer, I'm okay with it. I don't watch a ton of it, but here and there, I'll watch it.
So let's hop into Phillies.
Yeah, I'd like to get into Phillies and say, guys, good job. That's 2 in a row, and 2. Yesterday's game, let me just say, I'm watching a game, and you got the young kid Tyler Phillips on the mound, right? First inning, boom, gives up a 3-run home run. And in my mind, I'm like, fuck, this game's over. Because by the way they've been playing lately, I thought it was. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck. So they chip back, and they get 2 more runs. And then boom, fucking Florida gets 2 more. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I'm pissed. And then finally Schwarber gets up with the bases loaded, and I'm thinking, man, if this guy hits a fucking grand slam right here and takes the team up 6-5, that's the end of it. That's, for my own mind, that's a personal symbology of the slump is over. Well, guess what? That fucking guy hit a grand slam, and man, everything has turned around since. So I don't know. Something to be said about momentum and magic, however you want to put it. And I remember the exhale I had when he hit that thing, and it's over. You know what I mean? Like, cool. This slump is over. I don't know.
The slump is over. We're not there yet, man. We're not there yet.
I'm just saying. It felt like the energy shift happened. The vibration, whatever. The frequency changed. The vibrational frequency changed for the better when he hit that.
Yeah. Comment from Big Game James. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, everybody watching, like, subscribe, hit thumbs up, and always check out BGSE Network. There's a bunch of other good shows on the network too, man.
Yeah, if you can, follow us and tell your friends about it. That's how we keep the lights on and pay our bills. So, like us, follow us, watch our show. Our show's actually pretty funny, and we're pretty fucking real and pretty funny. So it's a fun show to follow.
Yeah. I feel, oh man, tonight was great against the Washington Nationals, man. But I feel like that team, dude, was just like not playing whatsoever, man. They were hitting holes and they were just like not even. I feel like there was a lot of errors on the Nationals side, but I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, listen, that's how the Phillies have been playing that type of baseball for the last basically month and a half. So, I know all about it. But I think also the Phillies took it to them. I think the Phillies were aggressive and just said, fuck you, we're winning, and I think that's the mantra they had early in the year. They're like, we're not going to wait for you. We're just going to plow through your fucking door and just start punching. You know what I mean, motherfucker? And that's how they win, when they get the early lead and they just, so.
And, well, I feel like we had a lot of injuries in the past couple of months. Sure. And I think we're getting over that hump. You know what I mean? We're getting into the fall.
Out of the way now than in late September, early October. Get out of your system now.
Right. We said that many a times. Like, hey, you hit a slump. This is the time to do it and get fired up in the fall, man, and get prepared. So,
what's crazy too is for the last 2 months, listen to everybody, because I go on other podcasts. Shout out to my buddy Phil. So check out his podcast every morning on Edge of Philly Sports. It's really good. Okay. I go in there and talk to him. A lot of people were selling this team out, and they're like, oh, they're done. They're in a slump. But meanwhile, as bad as it's been, as rough as it's been, they're still like the top record in the fucking baseball. Or top 3. Like, come on, guys. Everybody pump the fucking brakes. Calm down. The Phillies are shit. They're still one of the best teams in the league. It's like a slump. This is baseball. This is how baseball goes. It's a marathon.
Right. And I was here on the radio, man. Everybody's like, yeah, get rid of the coach. It's all the coach prowl. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
What kind of panic overreaction was that? I'm like, what? Right. Get rid of the coach. Over the last 3 years since he's been here, one of the best records in all of baseball.
Yeah, I didn't understand
playoffs once in a World Series.
Like, I can understand us not having the pitching sometimes a little bit and not connecting with the hitting. But get rid of the coach. It's like, what are you talking about, man? It's so crazy. Yeah. He got us to the World Series. He got us to the playoffs. And our fucking record is phenomenal.
We're basically
this season,
two Craig Kimbrell blown saves away here in Philly when we only needed one game away from being in the World Series 2 years in a row. So let's relax on the Rob Thompson fires. Same thing with the Eagles fans that say, "Oh, fire Nick Sirianni." Listen, guys, he's been here 3 years. He's been in the playoffs all 3 years too, and he brought to the team the Super Bowl and saying, "Philly, take a breath, relax, okay? Let the shit play out."
Exactly.
Yeah,
relax,
baby.
Man. Take a breath.
Ooh, you ever see a guy?
Take a little breath. Because, man, we are 71-50. That's not a bad spot to be, man.
Not at all.
So, yeah, I feel pretty good, dude. Like, and I'm glad to see him getting some kind of rhythm back.
Listen, they'll be fine. They're going to be fine. So, listen, when the doorway opens to the playoffs and they come walking through, trust me, you're going to be one of the gladiators, one of the last two standing. when all said and done, and probably the last one standing. So everybody now that wants to bury them and sell them off and say, they're garbage. All right, I'll talk to you in late October, early November. So
we're 7 wins over the Braves. And if we hit a slump, then maybe they can catch us.
DeeTer, we're still a top 2 team, right. 2 or 3 team in all of baseball. I'm not worried about that. I don't care record right now. Just keep playing good ball.
Right.
They'll be fine. They got the talent. Look, Ranger Suarez is going to be back soon. Zach Wheeler looked good again tonight. Or Aaron Nola, you know how he is. He has his couple meatballs, his clunkers he throws in. Then he'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 dominant starts in a row. So, they'll be just fine.
Nice.
So, and also, again, shout out to Weston Wilson. He made history hitting for the cycle tonight. Only the second Philly in the last 20 years to do it. So shout out to him. It's a rare feat, and it's pretty cool, man. It's good to see, these guys that aren't superstars that are called up from the minors getting big moments like that. It's got to be a good feeling for him and his family. So shout out to Weston Wilson. Respect and congrats.
Well, on that note, I guess we'll jump in some Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I've been always waiting for. The Eagles, look, we played all.
You always gotta say the best for last, man. That's the whole dramatic
That's
effect.
It.
Of
yeah,
it,
set it up. And then, guess what? They look good tonight. They look good now. I know that Patriots team is not a very good team. It's a bad Patriots, but that's fine. You're supposed to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and they did. And they did in the joint practice yesterday, which is really more like a game. And a lot of coaches and players will tell you that. And they dominated them yesterday too, and sacked the shit out of their quarterback. So I like that. I thought they looked good. Another shout out to my boy. I said today they drafted him, Will Shipley out of Clemson. The kid is the Caucasian Brian Westbrook. The kid's so versatile, dude. He does everything, and he's gets to learn behind Saquon Barkley for the next 2-3 years.
Yes,
great blessing.
Anytime there's not a fight, when there's like a joint practice, like, hey, man, this team's fucking all in, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel when a fight breaks out, I feel like there's no control over the team and there's no structure. So as long as they're not a fight, I'm pretty happy about it.
There's fights at all football practices. Everybody's fighting.
But yeah, man.
I'd rather see the Eagles in there fighting, man. Getting people shit, punch people in the fucking face.
I feel like there needs to be more of a coaching structure this year, especially after the collapse of last year. I want to see Nick Sirianni get ahead of this team and get some fucking control.
But I think a lot of that came down to having 2 coordinators on both sides of the ball that weren't qualified for the jobs they had, and it showed.
Okay.
Nick Sirianni, and I know it's easy to point to the, and I'm sure Nick has plenty of faults too, but Brian Johnson was clearly unqualified for the job he had, and Sean Desai was so unqualified they brought Matt Patricia in halfway through the year, who was even worse. So I think it happens. One thing I've noticed that when you see things like that, teams tend to bounce back and kind of, whether they're embarrassed or like damn, I don't like the way it ended. They tend to bounce back and have a really good season the following season. So,
hey, it's a solid team, man, and
it's more than a solid team. It's one of the top 3 teams in all the NFL. Are you kidding me? I mean, Nick Sirianni's been there 3 years. He's having the playoffs all 3 years. Once was in the Super Bowl. And we were one Jalen Hurts fumble away from winning the thing. So I can't. Any of us that were on the wagon of, hey, why are you firing fucking Doug Peterson? The guy won a Super Bowl. You want to be the same people to be like, well, fire Nick too, who got us to a Super Bowl in the second year. Yeah. What the fuck kind of expectations are we putting on coaches here? Nobody's going to want to come here.
Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl or bust.
How about for the fucking morons in the all season that said fire Nick Sirianni? What would you say to coach in the next interview when he's like, hey, I got the job. I just want to ask, why did the previous coach get fired before I take this job? Oh, well, he was here 3 years and went to the playoffs all 3 years, one of them being Super Bowl. and you fired him. Well, what about the guy before him? Oh, he won us a Super Bowl, the first one in franchise history. Wait a minute, you fired him too? I don't want this fucking job. Are you kidding me? And that's what I'm talking about. Shit, like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, dude. Philadelphia gets so fired up, man.
Meanwhile, the one coach you should have fired, you didn't, and fucking John Tortorella.
Oh man,
It's the truth. It's the truth.
No,
it's the truth.
See, I don't agree with that one, man.
I know you don't, and that's fine. But it is. Yeah. But it is. Hey, dude, people are like, keep John Tortorella, but fire Nick Sirianni. Dude. How many times in the last 3 years, same as Sirianni, has Tortorella had his team in the playoffs? 0. Did he have his team in the playoffs for 94% of the year last season? And because of his mind games, they quit on him, and he missed it? What? I would have fired you the day the season ended. The ink couldn't even dry. I would have fired you when the door closed.
He took a team that you said. He took a team that you –
they quit on him.
He took a team that Ricky said we should dive this year. We should do the process.
What did I say in December? What did I say in December?
He took that team.
What did I say in December?
Close to being into the playoffs, dude.
Close to being in the playoffs. You should have been in the playoffs. And if you didn't play mind games with him, you would have been.
Dude, he took a young, scrappy
don't
team,
give me a no-name team. There's a lot of good talent on this Flyers team. This isn't the ragtag bad news Bears. There's really good talent on this team.
Well, this team's going to be really good, man, and they're going to be on
really this last year, and they should have been last year. But your coach mind fucked them.
This coach is going to get him around, man. You're going to see, dude. You're going to see.
The first 3 years he's been here, he got him in. The 1 year he should have had him in where they were in. He's like, I'm going to pull the rug out from you. I'm going to make sure you don't get in. That's fucking counterproductive. Are you kidding? You'd have been gone by the time the ink tried.
I'm feeling pretty hopeful for him, man.
I'm hopeful for the Flyers team, but how do you listen? These are the same guys you're going to go back to that they quit on you. The same guys.
Got to mend bridges, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what a coach does.
You better hope. Shouldn't have had it come to that, though. That's the mend bridges. It shouldn't have. What? I don't know. All right, fine. We'll agree to disagree, but the guy should have been gone at the end of the year. The team quit on him because he mind fucked them. They said, fuck you, dude. We put our blood, sweat, and tears on the line for you, and you're going to do that to us? You're going to bench our captain? Give him a big and embarrass him? Fuck you, dude. They were like, we're out, dude. We're out, John.
Well,
you ever work for a boss you hate? Do you work hard for them? I don't. We're human beings. Well, somebody's cool to me and they're my boss. I'll go the extra mile.
But before we get into more Flyers, let's get into our promotions. Nice. This is Dubby. Dubby is an energy drink, all organic. You can hit that QR code and the promo code Big Game and get a discount on an energy drink. Another one, Puff Sip Chat. If you like cigars, hit that QR code and type in the promo code Big Game. Very good cigars subscription monthly. And if you're into wrestling, right? What's it? Dog wrestling?
My friend Lawrence Zirconium. Shout out Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators. Dog wrestling. Great league. October? A lot of fun.
Right. I think October.
Yeah, October 16th or 18th in like Pennsville.
Yeah, 18th in Pennsville.
Yep.
They have an event. Check it out.
It's a lot of fun.
I don't think I did the promos in a few shows. So I was making sure I did tonight.
DeeTer, what do you think? Another double IPA, or should I knock it down to a pale ale?
Well, you know, that's your call, man. Your call.
Man, fudge.
We're definitely jumping back on that Flyers conversation. I know that.
I'm all for that.
So I'm still on the other half, which is an awesome beer.
Nice. Well, I got a 6% or maybe
Hard Truck Heroes. So good.
Looks good.
It's not that hard, Ricky. Just pick a beer, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Fuck it.
So normally, yeah, we go through 1 or 2 beers. On occasion, we might hit our 3rd beer.
Yeah, right, every time. I don't know if I'm going to regret this or not, but I got a whole different style.
So, how do you feel about the Sixers, man? You think what you got there, Skull?
This is from Wims Brewing. Shout out to the people over at Wims. I think it's Dorian and his pops, Lance. They run Wims. It used to be Atco Brewing Space. Not the same people, same space.
Oh, yeah. I was just right by there, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Of all the people I know in the beer world, and I know a ton of them, they're some of the nicest and coolest people I've ever met in my life. So shout out to Lance and his son. I'm running Wims over there in Atco, New Jersey, putting out some great stuff and really, really, really cool people.
Yeah, I just met up my fraternity brother from Alpha Chi Rho, Kenny. He's been on the show before.
Apple Pie Lambda?
Kenny from Seattle. Never came on
Kenny.
before.
He's a cool cat.
Yeah. Cool dude. He's from Hamilton, and right by 3 Threes is a bar, East Side or West Side. I couldn't remember which side, but it was actually a pretty nice little pub and great food, man.
Nice.
So,
shout out to West Side or East Side.
One of those sides. Yeah.
I'd love to try it out.
It was right down you know where 3 Threes is in top floor right down that road. I think it was called East Side. But it was really good food, man. Really good food. And it was nice to see Kenny, man. I haven't seen him.
Is he back in the US now or in the East Coast?
He just went back to Seattle, man. I only got to see him for a day. But we had a good time, man.
He's a cool cat, man.
Yeah, I haven't hung out with him in like 20 years, man. Maybe even more.
Really cool cat, man. You had him on the show that one time, and that is cool fucking dude. He knows the shit about weed like we do about beer. I mean, a true weed connoisseur, man.
He is a savant.
Yeah, for sure.
Weed, man. For sure. And he's big in soccer, and he's big in all sports. So when football season comes around, I'm sure we'll get him on.
Yeah, is he a pseudo Eagles Seahawks fan at this point?
Yeah.
That's
he's
cool.
Still, yeah.
So real quick,
what you got?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How's the Wims?
Oh, it's good. It's called Skull. Pretty actually gnarly can art, by the way. Nice. It's a Belgian style pale ale, and it's really fucking good. For what it is, it looks like about 6.3 or 4%. It's really good. It's a Belgian style pale, and they nailed it. The flavor's great. You get some of that banana clove, some bubble gum, with a little bit of hops added to it. It is a fantastic beer. I would drink this regularly. I'm bringing it in. Lance, Dorian, if you're watching, I'm bringing this beer in.
Let's get a little picture of it, man. Looks like a lighter. No, the beer lighter color pale ale.
Yeah, well, it's a Belgian pale ale. You know, almost like singles, doubles, tripels.
I got you.
It's a Belgian blonde, basically.
Yeah, pretty much everything I had from Wims. I went to a few beer festivals that they were at, and I thought, wow, that's not bad. I didn't put it together that they were the same people that took over Atco Brewery.
Yeah. Until
I drove from Hamilton, and I seen Wims, and I'm like, oh shit, that's the old Atco Brewery. So.
Cool people too running it, man. Like really down there. They do Lance, I guess, is his pops and is also their sales rep. You know, he goes around different bars and not only, cool people, but dude, he'll sit and he'll talk fucking 76ers and Eagles and Phillies with me and actually knows his shit and knows it like really fucking well. I think he's a former police officer over in Hamilton or Haddon Heights or whatever. So also shout out to him, man. Respect for doing that. Always respect for military, police, firefighters, EMTs always. So good people, man. If you can support Wims Brewing in Atco, New Jersey, it's fantastic.
Nice. So I was seeing Glassboro Beer Festival. Their tickets are on sale now, and I've been there twice. And I was thinking about getting a ticket for this year. I think it's September or something like that.
We should do the podcast from there, dude.
Well, we could.
I think it's a really good idea, dude.
I've been to a few of the
especially the
events,
world we're in, the beer world.
and both events were really good. And I remember Ed was working like at a cider tent, and that was really cool to see him and I believe Al McGann.
Nice. Shout out to Big Al, the Chief.
Big yeah. But yeah, it's always a good time, man. It's right by the college, and I guess now like chicken and pizza and stuff there. But
well, listen, now that we're on it and saying it, we really should consider doing a podcast from there during it, and I think it'd be good, publicity for our show and local breweries and local towns. Also, real quick, you bring up Glassboro. Did you see Urban Village, the brewery in Phillies, opening a spot over in Glassboro now too?
nah.
Yeah. And their Super Villain IPA is really fucking good. And even their
it
like
is
a Kolsch from them that was or not a Pilsner.
The place in Philly is awesome, man. Their pizza's
they're opening
great.
one in Glassboro now.
I didn't know that because I always seen them come through. They would go to what's that cheesesteak place at Bryn Bradley. They would always stop there.
Good.
Yeah, awesome cheesesteak place in Woodbury. Bryn Bradley.
Well, they're not in Woodbury anymore. You see, they moved to a bigger joint.
Right, Woodbury Heights. But when they were at Woodbury, I would always see the Urban Village van or truck, whatever, would say Urban Village. And I went there and he was like, yeah, I'll pick up cheesesteaks. So for a person that works in a brewery in Philly to go to Woodbury to get cheesesteaks, that's saying something there, man. That's saying,
right.
That's saying that those cheesesteaks are pretty damn good. I don't know if we could connect the dots on that one, but yeah.
Yeah, having a Philly guy coming over to Jersey for a cheesesteak, that's speaking volumes.
Yeah, huge.
Well, so, and also, man. While we're at it, I want to send a shout out to Lilo's, Lilo's Tomato Pie in Hainesport, right up around Burlington-ish area. They're putting out some, maybe the best cheesesteaks in the state, and their pizza's right there with it. And they just were in the contest for best cheesesteaks in all Northeast, and I think they won it. So Leo's Tomato Pie, check them out. They're phenomenal. Great business, great people.
Now, I was telling Kenny about that. Where are they out of?
Hainesport. It's Burlington-ish area.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been hearing a lot about them, but I haven't checked them out yet.
You should. It's definitely worth a trip. It's, it's in maybe a 40, 45 Mount Holly-ish area, but not exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the direction you're going. But it's so worth it, man. The cheesesteaks are probably the best you'll get in the entire state, and the pizza is probably going to be top 5 to whoever gets it. It's phenomenal. And I know the owner just lost his wife recently, so shout out to them. Good people, man, and much respect. So shout out to everybody at Lilo's Tomato Pie up in Hainesport, man. Best in the state, maybe. They're the New Jersey version of Angelo's as far as the cheesesteak.
Sports-wise, what do you want to jump back into? You want to hit some more of the Philly Flyers? You think the Flyers are not going to be a playoff contender team because of the coach?
I hope they are. I don't know yet. We got Mitchkov coming over. People are talking this kid is on the level of Eric Bedard, who went number 1 in that draft. And they're kind of calling him a franchise changer. He's a generational talent. Now, if he is, cool. I think, yes, we're definitely a playoff team. My worries is I don't want Tortorella to fuck him up. I don't want him to come out and score 5 goals in 4 games, and then Tortorella sits him for 3 games because he didn't fucking back check. I don't know. I hope he's the right coach for this kid, because the Flyers are on the precipice of doing something great. They're on the precipice of winning 3 cups in 6 years if they have the right coach in place.
I feel it's a good combination. I hope so. I feel like, yeah, man, this is a young kid coming over from Russia. The kids that Tortorella coached up, everything's there, man. Everything's there. They just have to gel. So
the same as the Phillies and Eagles. They're in the same spot as the Phillies and Eagles. And even the 76ers. Listen, the excuse bag is empty for all 4 teams. Shit or get off the fucking pot. It's time to start winning championships, guys.
Yeah. And let's bring up the Sixers. So Embiid had a fucking great game at the end of the Olympics.
A great game against Serbia against Nikola Jokic, who's the last 3 out of 4 MVPs in the NBA, probably the best player in the league. And he had a solid tournament. Listen, people hate on Embiid. I don't know why. I don't understand the hate on Embiid. I don't get it. Well,
in the beginning, the first game or whatever, not so good, right? Yeah, I mean,
how many games did they sit Jason Tatum completely? And people call him the best player in the NBA, and he just won a championship.
That was so strange. Like this,
but that's what I'm saying. It's not about. I don't judge Embiid on what he played in the Olympics. Do you think people judge? Karl Malone or whoever on the.
I like what he said. I like what he said from the Olympics. He said, "I learned a lot, and I'm going to take this back to the Sixers."
And that's his first taste of a championship, including college and pros. And maybe it's the thing that sparks him to say, "Hey, I like this winning thing. I want to win the whole fucking thing now." And maybe we see another side of Joel Embiid. You know, maybe they're this cage line in there. They'll say, "Okay, all right, motherfuckers, watch this." Boom, and then he goes and wins 3 titles in 5 years.
He's a talent, man. He's a huge talent. So
he might go down as the best center of our generation when all's said and done. I'm just saying he's got that much talent.
So I'm going on my third beer.
There he is. About time, motherfucker.
Rare Fog.
That's a strong one too, kid.
Yeah, that's a bit strong. That's a triple IPA by Abomination.
I like the way you get it, kid. That way.
And that's
a triple and a third one. Fuck them.
It's been that kind of day, man.
Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you. I was over there pussyfooting whether I should have another double IPA. I should have. I like this Belgian blonde, but
hey, it happens.
Hey, not to say this is a bad beer. This is a really good beer,
dude. And I will say, like everything I have from Wims is pretty good, man. I like them.
I think it's 6.3%. So it's not a double IPA, but it's not a fucking session beer either. It's good. It's really fucking good. Jamming out to some fucking Rush.
So, anything else to talk about? Anything?
No, I doubt it. I think we fucking cleared the fucking dance floor, you know. Yeah, break out the cardboard and the linoleum. It's time to break dance, motherfucker. Remember Turbo and Ozone from Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, I can't remember that, dude.
I was joking because we were talking about breakdancing earlier in the Olympics.
It did work. It totally worked.
Well, it's gone. It worked. It worked in real life, but not in the Olympics.
Well, that's it. That's the show. Thanks, Ricky. Always a pleasure doing the show with you, buddy.
Always,
and everybody watching Thursday night, 10 p.m. BGSE Network, 10 p.m. Eastern. Check us out.
Cheers.
Cheers.